Well, hello, my beautiful Leo. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career or money reading for the end of March, right through the end of April 2024. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Leo, this is your career and money reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. You may also notice that I'm in a different environment. I've just gone to visit a couple of family members that I haven't seen for years and years and years. So I took some time out to go and visit them. I'll be back in my usual space in the next week and a half. So it's just a quick flying visit there. So let's move straight on with your reading. Now, your 8th house is governing you during this period, so that's all about your joint finances, repayment plans, mortgages. So you're going to feel extra organized when it comes to your finances, or you're going to be drawn at this present moment in time to look at how you can transform those finances for the better. Now this is about making sure that there's more finances in your pocket than there is anywhere else. So you may be actually implementing some sort of budget during this time. Also, your 3rd house of communication is opening up for you at the end of the month as you move into April. And it's really about finding your voice, speaking loud and proud, having lots of new ideas and vocalizing them. But also it's about the law of attraction. You know, this is about, visions working really well for you now. Visualize and communicate to the universe what it is that you desire to manifest. What steps do you need to take to get to where you want to go? Also, it's a perfect time to, write that budget plan, or maybe write a book or a course online to help other people do what you do, but at the same time you're financially recompensed for it as well. So I feel lots of ideas floating around for you as you move through April. But I do want you to be aware, the 25th of March there is a full moon eclipse, and it's in the sign of Libra. Now that's all about partnerships. It really affects money as well, this eclipse. And what I mean by partnerships, I mean business partnerships as well. So this could be a time where you hear of someone really deciding to leave suddenly from a company. Perhaps it's you, my beautiful Leo. You've got the Tower there, but we will check in with that energy now in a moment, because there are some sudden changes coming up. And this is for the collective, not just for you, my beautiful Leo. So someone may suddenly be made redundant as well. Doesn't mean it's going to be you. It may be a figurehead, because we do have the Hierophant there. So it could be like someone who is in a hierarchical position. Someone high up is, oh, I gotta go get that card. One moment, please. I'll just go get that in a moment. I'll just finish off the rest of your cards. But it could be, someone who's been with the company for a long time decides to exit. It could also be a merge that is going on with another company. But as I said, I will pop in a little bit deeper in your energy field to see what's going on there as well. And if you're an independent, oh, wow, you got the Tower twice. Leo, what's happening? You got the Tower twice. I can't believe it. It is in your protagonist energy, and this means you are doing a major restructure. You're in control of these changes, okay? So that's at least a good sign. I would say you've got the Wheel of Fortune here, so that means it's going to turn out better than you expect, whatever this is that you are restructuring in your career at this moment in time. It definitely brings in more money, whatever it is. So this is a fortunate turn of events for you. And I feel we've got the 4 of Wands there. Yeah, it's something to celebrate, whatever it is. I just wanted to make sure, but I'm going to go get that card now because it just popped over there. So one moment, please. Okay, my beautiful Leo, it's actually the Nine of Cups. So that is a wish fulfillment card. So this is a very exciting time for you in your career. It may feel like the universe has left you out a little bit at the moment. You may feel you've been investing a lot of hard work in a certain area of your career, but it just feels like you're not getting exactly what you wished for. But that's all about to change for you. So it is actually quite exciting. We do have the Tower there, okay? Now, as I said, this is your protagonist energy, so this is how you're approaching your career. There's a major decluttering going on here. So some of you have decided that you want to restructure your career, or maybe your hours in a different way, or you've invested a lot of time to make some changes to level up to the next position. Because I definitely see with the Tower and the King of Cups here, suddenly you could get like a promotion or a raise, or suddenly you're thrust into doing extra work because someone has exited the company that you work for. And if you're an entrepreneur, because the Tower can really be connected to entrepreneurial energy, that you feel like you stand alone in an industry, you're someone who is challenging the industry that you work in, you're doing something really maverick, something exciting, but you may feel that you don't have anyone else to kind of soundboard off, and it feels alienating sometimes, especially if you're an entrepreneur and you work for yourself and you haven't quite expanded yet. It can feel like it's a lonely path that you're diligently working on, but actually things are about to change. I see that there is a potential for a partnership coming in here, or a collaboration, at least if you're an entrepreneur. But things are changing, and I feel like you're in control of those changes. Now, when you get the Tower card, it means sometimes you have to let things like fall away that are not working. So I feel your restructure really is about anything that perhaps has run its course, or it just feels like it's time wasting. I feel like you are delegating or restructuring in a way where you are more time efficient during this period. But the card literally means revelation. And if you know my readings, you'll know that a Tower and a Wheel of Fortune, they tend to show up together, because this indicates that everything in life, it must change. There is a cycle of change that we must all live by. The seasons change, we change, circumstances change. And I feel like you're being really flexible at this time. Now, of course, some of my beautiful Leos out there, you may have come to this reading and you've had a bit of a shock in your career, okay? So for those beautiful Leos, some of you are wondering what's next. You know, you're following your heart, you're doing something that you love, and there's actually an opportunity being given to you here for more money. Sometimes we get stuck in a cycle repeat in a work environment, and it can feel like we're trapped in a one track where there's no room for maneuver, where there's a bit of a glass ceiling and we've hit it. You know, I feel like this energy that I'm feeling for you, my beautiful Leo, you've invested a lot of hours and time to be the best at what you do. And you've hit that plateau. You've hit a position where you feel like something needs to give, and you are restructuring in order to be that change. So I definitely see here that something that you've been working on, it's almost like springboarding you to the next level. And sometimes the universe, if we see the signs that perhaps working in a toxic environment, or, you know, the role that we're in has run its course, we have to take ownership of moving on to another position to level up. The universe wants us to be forward moving. So I feel like the circumstances are right now for you to make those changes. And if you don't make those changes, sometimes the universe comes and gives a little nudge off the fence and says, it's time to leave. Many years ago, I worked in a very toxic environment, and forgive me if you've heard this one before, because I do mention it a lot, and it is coming up here because I'm scrying in the water at the same time as doing your reading, and I'm seeing myself right now, and you know, sometimes I was given lots of different signs that I had to leave that toxic environment, but the money was really good, and I thought I have to stay because there's no other position that's going to pay me that money. I need that money to pay bills, need to look after my family, need to eat, all of those things, but it was ruining my health. And I plowed on through, but then of course the universe said, you ignored the signs. Now I've got to nudge you off that fence. And you know, a whole load of shocking events led to me leaving this particular environment. And if I could go back now, would I do it again? Absolutely yes. I probably would have done it sooner, because actually the universe said, I have something better in mind for you. You have a path that you want to fulfill. Your heart is yearning to be somewhere else, or to step up or move into the next stage of your career. And you know, the universe wants to support that. And I feel like you're at that stage right now where you're doing the restructures. You're really looking at things, and I feel, yes, there's going to be some surprises. And if you've come to this reading and you've already been made redundant, or you lost your job or fired, or you suddenly decided to walk away from something, it's because the universe wants to deliver a position that is even better. You know, you got a 9 of Cups here and a 10 of Pentacles. So there is actually an opportunity coming in that increases your wealth, but also gives you that sense of purpose, of value, that you're not coasting. Because the Tower, and you got it twice here, this is an indication that some of you are feeling like stuck in your circumstances. It's the same old thing, just a different day. And if you're in a cycle of repeat, sometimes it can feel boring or stagnant, like you're not really going anywhere. You're just on one track. And of course, that's okay. Some of you don't want to leave that position, but you may be actually restructuring the way that you work and approaching work in a different way so that it's a little bit more exciting. But I mean, revelation indicates sudden ideas. Suddenly, some of you may go independent, because they're showing me a cat in the water right now. And of course, Leo, you are a cat. But cats represent independent energy, going solo. Some of you may be thinking about becoming an entrepreneur, or if you are an entrepreneur already, you're thinking about how you can expand your business. Because I get this sense that you've been working super hard, but something needs to give. I just feel there's that breaking point. Some of you, if people have been made redundant in your career sector right now, you may find that you have more work on your plate. And although you love what you do, because we have the King of Cups here, which means you're leading with your heart, you may have your sort of heart and soul set on a new opportunity, an actual promotion coming in. Some of you want to change your circumstances to step up into a different role. It brings more money, that's for sure, but you may have felt that there was that glass ceiling. But I see someone in a position of power here noticing your work, noticing the gifts that you have, the talent you have, and they want to elevate you. There's someone in your immediate sector who actually feels that it's almost like they feel where you're at right now, they want to elevate you 2 positions. It's not just one. You know, it sounds really weird, but that's the energy I've got coming through. So if you do work for a company, there is a restructure going on here. I feel someone leaves, and it opens up a whole world of opportunities for everybody else. So I feel like there's 2 pay grades, I feel, that are being offered to you. You know, I feel they don't want to give you this much, they want to give you this much, because there's a role, it requires more work, it requires more time and effort, of course, but you'll celebrate this, whatever it is. So I feel there's a great opportunity coming in for you. King of Cups ultimately means that you are a natural born leader, but it's also an indication that you are a very fair person. And with the Tower twice, it could mean that you are looking at an environment that does not offer fair opportunities, and you're trying to break the mold. You're trying to break through something, and you definitely do. Okay, I definitely see that there is some restructure that works in your favor. King of Cups is a perfect energy to lead with, because you're following your heart. So some of you may suddenly decide to leave a position, or suddenly decide to become an entrepreneur, or if you're an entrepreneur, you may suddenly decide to relocate, or, you know, maybe emigrate or migrate your business elsewhere, or even expand. But what I see here is you have so much knowledge. You know, you're really gifted. When we're in a cycle of repeat, sometimes we can feel it's a little bit boring, it's a little bit dull, but actually we are perfecting our skills, we're honing them, we're becoming the master or the mistress of our craft, and you are someone who is super gifted there. But the 2 towers in your protagonist energy and a King of Cups, it can mean that, you know, there is some major shakeup going on in the career sector. For some of you, there's a merge. I feel merge energy with a company, or it could be that you're collaborating if you're an entrepreneur. There's some of that going on. Don't get me wrong, 2024 and 2025, those years, there's going to be a lot of restructure going on in not only the financial industry, but also in the working environment, the everyday circumstances. So you're going to hear of a lot of merges or restructures, or even redundancies going on. But actually, the way I feel the shift is that if you've left a position, or you've been fired or made redundant in a position, it's because the universe has something better here for you. There's something new coming in that you're going to celebrate. You didn't see it coming. I just get the sense of like a major surprise, but it works in your favor. So relax, breathe. There is an opportunity coming in here. Now we do have the Hierophant, and it's in the resistance position. So some of you, now, not all of you, but I am picking up a small percentage of my beautiful Leos out there. There may be some sort of I want to just say this word, incident. There may be an incident with a person in a position of power, okay? I'm just going to pull a card on what I mean by that, because it's almost like you may suddenly be dealing with someone who is quite high up in the company, and they require you to go above and beyond for something. And, you know, it feels like basically they're really impressed with you, but I feel the pressure is on. So let me just, it feels very much like someone else may have let them down. If they asked someone to do something for them and it wasn't quite up to their standards, you may step in and save the day. Okay, I just get this energy of you saving the day. The Judgment card, you listen to the calling, you go above and beyond. Okay, you know, but again, the Judgment card is really about, again, restructuring. So it could be that this person who is in a high position is actually leaving the company, setting up on their own, and they decide to poach you, or they decide to headhunt you for their own company because you go above and beyond. So there's something coming out there that's not going to resonate for everyone, but it is coming out there. Ultimately, the Inner Teacher card is about your knowledge. And with the Judgment card there, this is a calling. You have a whispering in your heart right now to do something that you know is right for you. And it's really about leaving something behind, because as you can see there, those figures, they're literally leaving coffins. So that means that they're leaving their old life behind in order to listen to their calling. They're following their heart. And I feel some of you are actually taking a class of study, or you're thinking about doing it in order to get new qualifications or to learn something about a different industry. And it could be like second stream of income energy. It could be that you're thinking about setting up something on the side. I feel it's under the radar, but I feel it's going to be very lucrative. Some of you are going to be earning extra money through this talent or skill that you are learning more about. You may even put like a course of learning out there for other people to know what you know. And it could be something that ticks over on the side, because I see the internet right now. I'm just seeing someone type in www. I don't know, people don't normally do that anymore, but I'm just seeing that in the water. I mean, some of you could be literally setting up a website as you're listening to this reading, or perhaps you're setting up your own company and it requires marketing a website. So I feel like you're establishing yourself. That's the energy that I've got going on here. People are taking note because you're doing something different. I mean, let's put it this way, it's very hard to have new ideas in a world where everybody's really creating lots of wonderful things. And I feel like you have an idea to do something, but you have a unique spin on it. And it's something that sets you apart from other people. Now, this could also be your work ethic, the environment that you're working in. It could be that you just stand naturally apart from other people. You're going to stand out for some sort of new opportunity that's coming in. And we do have that 9 of Cups here, but with the 9 of Cups in this position, this is the resistance position. So it is like you got it in the reverse there. So some of you are feeling that perhaps something that you've been wishing for has not been showing up for you. With 2 Towers and a Wheel of Fortune, surprise, I feel it's going to work out in your favor, and you're going to see evidence that things are headed in the direction that you've been hoping for. But you did this. You know, this is all your hard work. Of course, fate is sending opportunities for you to grasp onto and to run with, but you're the one with the talent. You're the one who's been honing that talent. You're the one with the hard work and the vision and the focus. And I feel like you're going to get something that you have been wishing for, and it's going to show up mainly in April, okay? Beginning of April, something big is starting for you, and you're going to be so excited. But I also feel like this is something you've been working really hard to achieve for a long time, okay? Because the Empress energy indicates you've been nurturing this path that you've been on for quite some time. And now things are starting to flourish. You're birthing new ideas, you're being bold, maverick, and you're not afraid to step up and show your gifts and your talents. But it may have come at a cost. It may have meant that you had to leave a position. You may have felt that you were moving through uncharted territory at some stage, but it's all going to be worth it in the long run, because I feel celebration, good times. Some of you, you're going to have such a large amount of money in this new position that it's going to enable you to purchase real estate if that's what you're hoping to do. I mean, some of you may even be going into real estate, because we do have the Home card here, but I feel it's about making moves. I feel like you've been compartmentalizing moves, doing something perhaps behind the scenes, learning more, absorbing lots of new knowledge, but you're super focused and you're going to be completely on your game there. Now we do have the 10 of Pentacles, okay? Now it is in the resistance position like you got it in the reverse. Some of you may have had like a shock bill come in, or you may have one in and around the 25th of March, okay? I'm not going to sugarcoat that to you, and I don't like to give you that energy, but some of you may have a shock bill that comes in, something perhaps you were not expecting. Or it may be a little bit more than you were expecting. You may be expecting the bill itself, but it's a little bit more than you were thinking it would be. But I feel, breathe, you've got this, okay? The money will be replenished, and I do see an opportunity for more increase in your finances to come in. Some of you may also, and I'm going to pull a card on this, I feel here there's an energy about pensions, maybe some sort of fluctuation in the market in and around the full moon eclipse where the pensions take a dip. I don't like giving that at all, but I just felt that energy, so I have to give it. Let me just see there. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, God, Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Leo? What does that mean? Can you please show me? Oh, okay. Interesting. It just flew right across there. I've got to go get it. But I think it was a 5 of Swords. That's the energy that I can feel right now. But of course, let me see. Can I see it? No, I can't. So let's see if it is a 5 of Swords. But anyway, that's what I feel it is. One moment. Sorry about that, my beautiful Leo. Your cards are literally flying all over the place today. It actually was a 6 of Pentacles. So it wasn't a 5 of Swords. But 5 of Swords can indicate a little bit of worry there. Or, you know, some of you may feel that you're keeping a tight eye on the governing bodies of pensions and financial institutions at this time. It's always a good time to download statements just to prove how much money you have in different accounts, because this is a period where there are going to be some major fluctuations in the economic market, okay? And you've already probably seen, I called it like a couple of weeks ago in one of my readings, maybe even at the beginning of the year, I can't really remember, but you're going to notice people who have vast amounts of wealth start to sell off stocks, shares, things like that. And we've already started seeing in the news right now that it started to happen. Okay, so that means normally that they might know something we don't know, but with the 6 of Pentacles here, if you have a shocking bill that comes in for you, or if you have some sort of dip in pensions, it will go back up again. It will level. So don't worry about it. I really want you to be aware. Don't worry about it. It will level itself back up there. 6 of Pentacles also indicates a nice surprise from the universe. You know, it literally means when you apply it to a career or a money reading, it means that the universe is bestowing benevolence upon you. So I see something really awesome coming your way. Yes, the surprise bill, I feel there could be an adjustment going on there. So it could be that you get a surprise bill and you call up the service provider and say, hey, this is really, really large. It's a bigger bill than usual. Perhaps there's been some sort of mistake, and you'll find that actually they make some adjustments and there was a bit of a mistake there, but you have to call up. So don't leave it, because I feel it's important that you speak to somebody and they will readdress the balance there as well. Also, I feel some of you are really looking at the effort that you put into various things that you do. You're looking at the tasks and responsibilities that you have, things that waste your time, things that are really good for your progress. I feel like you're streamlining this month, shedding anything that wastes that time so that you can be more time efficient there. But I also see someone is paying you a lot of attention in your career and wants to elevate you. And, you know, I really want you to see there, and I've not really noticed it too much before, but there's 2 coins and then 2 coins. And my guides are pointing out to me right now, it's like 2 pay grades. I just feel like you're going to staircase in some opportunity that comes in for you, and it's going to be very beneficial, okay? I feel with the 6 of Pentacles also that finances, you're going to keep a tight rein on those finances. Things will fluctuate, you know. I do feel you'll have a little bit more than you had last month, because I feel perhaps some of you may have, you know, had some extra things to pay out for last month is what I'm feeling, but I feel things will level out for you on the finances. Now, of course, we have changing cycles, so I definitely see that you are restructuring in a very positive way, but this is the Wheel of Fortune. So a lucky surprise, some big shocks coming in your career, but I feel like they are beneficial to you. Now, sometimes change, it can feel uncomfortable. You know, many years ago when that change happened for me, it felt really uncomfortable and I was worried, and don't get me wrong, I cried. I was like stressing out so much, and suddenly this calm came over me. And you know, I hadn't really embraced the spiritual path at that point. It was popping in, but I was kind of running away from gifts because I was scared. I was like, why am I seeing this? Why do I know this? This is freaking me out. So I'd always like push it away because I thought people are going to think I'm crazy, you know, that I know something's going to happen and then it does happen, or, you know, I see things, or, you know, sometimes I hear things. I think, am I going crazy? Believe me, I went to the doctors many times saying, I'm hearing music come into my ears and nobody's hearing this music. Is there something wrong with me? Have I got like a tumor? What's going on there? So for many years, I went to try and logically find out what was going on. But eventually I embraced it. So if I went back to that moment where, you know, everything changed in the job sector for me, suddenly, you know, it was like scary. It was really fearful. I was like, oh my gosh, I've never done this in my life. I've never been like someone who has walked away from something or been pushed from something, or, you know, and suddenly I felt myself very still, and my guides came in and was like, be calm, be still. It's all going to be fine. And this like calm came over me, like, it is going to be fine. And then suddenly, you know, I always mention this, things that I've been fighting for years suddenly started to come to me with little effort. You know, it was just showing up, and I was like, this is unreal. This is unbelievable. But it's about trusting in the process. And I feel, you know, that things that have been restructured in your current circumstances are going to work out in your favor. And the Wheel of Fortune indicates prosperity coming in, and it also indicates that, of course, money can be easy come, easy go. But with the Empress energy, this is about you, you know, making sure that you utilize your resources in the way that benefits you. And of course, the Empress energy is about lots of creativity. You're going to be highly productive. Don't get me wrong, you're going to be super busy. So if you're currently looking for a new position, I feel like lots of resumes, phone calls, emails going back and forth, and an opportunity coming in. But also, this card literally means promotion when it comes to a career environment. So if you're an entrepreneur, this could be like a lucrative client or deal that comes in for you. But if you are someone who works for a company, I feel this is a step up, but I feel like your pay grade goes up too, which is unusual, but it actually fits your gifts and skills because you're very talented and gifted at what you do there. Also, the Empress energy, I feel there is someone who is looking out for you. So I feel you have friends in high places. And I feel this could be like a friend who perhaps runs their own business and tells you about an opportunity, or it could be someone in a company that you already work for who's been keeping an eye on your progress and they want to elevate you. But also it could be like someone in an industry, if you're an entrepreneur, someone who's been watching your work from afar, and suddenly they step in and say, hey, you're really awesome. Do you want to collaborate, or let me introduce you to somebody because I feel like you need to move up to the next level, and I just want to just connect you because I feel this level of connections coming in as well. This is a card of networking, but it's also a card of celebration. So that Four of Wands, there's definitely going to be something to celebrate this month for you. But also this is a card of, you know, creatively connecting to people, great teamwork. Some of you may be invited to like an event that perhaps will put you in contact with someone who is very prestigious. And I feel like you are very prestigious. So I feel hand in hand, you both will work really well together. Also, yeah, I feel important connection coming in, and it's going to help you have a lucky break. But I also feel, you know, there's no such thing as just plain old luck. I feel like you're prepared for this. You've got the skills, you've got the talent, you've already invested a lot of work and, you know, focus and time. blood, sweat, and tears energy, and you deserve this because you worked for it. So I feel with this Four of Wands, there's something coming in. They're showing me an envelope right now, and it's got a seal on it. So this is an official document that comes in. So this could be you signing a new contract. You know, when we have eclipse energy, it could mean that you leave something in order to partner up with something that's more in alignment with your heart or more in alignment with your skill set. So very exciting time for you. I mean, financially, with the Ten of Pentacles in the resistance position, right now, because this, of course, I'm reading for the end, kind of middle to end of March into April. So some of you may feel like you don't have much finances right now. You may feel that they're dwindling, but you're keeping a close eye on it. But as you move into April, there is some sort of financial opportunity that increases there. So a promotion is available to you, and I feel it's offered, and you'll be celebrating there as well. Some of you, if you've been thinking about taking a class of learning to get a new qualification or upskill in some way, I feel it's a great investment in your career. You may even be able to do it without paying for it. So it could be that there's videos online, for example, where you can learn about what you do and prepare for a test or prepare for something, and I feel you can even increase your knowledge by utilizing that social media platform to your advantage. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Leo? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of? Can you please show them the way? Okay. So we have unclear path, step by step. Keep going, and it will lead you to the destination that you might not have considered. Unknown, hidden blessings. So there is a staircase right there for you being made available. Sometimes during uncertain times, especially economically right now, things are really uncertain, and some of you may be a bit fearful about the direction that the world is taking. I know I am. But you know what I see here is that there is a restructure, and I feel there will be a clearer path. And remember, this is the time where power to the people. So I feel things are working in the people's favor, but there is a very uncomfortable path to get there in the first place. I hope that makes sense in some way. We've also got planning phase. It says take a step back and plan the necessary steps to move forward so you may turn your goals into reality. Strategy, research, plotting. So that kind of connects to the upskilling in some way, getting new skills there, but also recognizing that actually you have a lot of natural talent already. And I'm not blowing smoke up you know what. If you look up the meanings of the cards and apply them to career or money, you got the Empress energy, you also got the Hierophant there, you got the King of Cups, and you got the Ten of Pentacles. So that means that you're someone who is really naturally gifted, you're very productive, you walk your talk, and you know, you can turn nothing into something. You're that sort of person. So we've also got Superior here. Okay, and it says, become a leader in the situation. Speak and act with authority. Set your boundaries and know your limits. Boss, leadership, and authority. Now I am getting two energies off that. One is that there is someone in a position of authority who wants to help you, but also I feel like, you know, the seat is empty there. The throne is empty there. So I feel like you're the one who's going to replace that person who's on that throne. I feel that throne is ready for you. Okay, so I definitely see a step up happening in your career sector. I'm just going to go one more. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Leo? What do they need to know regarding their career? Can you please guide them for their highest good? Oh, they want one more, so I will get, oh gosh. I wasn't going to do three. I was actually going to do one of each, but my guides are giving me a different scenario here. I have to go with what they asked me to do. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Leo? What do they need to know? Okay, Spotlight. So we have overcome, beating financial struggles. You must change your tack, fight, adapt, conquer. So I did mention earlier being flexible at this time of change, but I feel like you are conquering a position and things are going to work out in your favor. The butterfly kind of represents that period of transformation, of change, that sometimes we feel that nothing is happening. Remember, when the caterpillar goes into the chrysalis, it just feels like nothing is happening, but actually the caterpillar dissolves its transform completely and then restructures into the butterfly it was always meant to become, and then spreads its wings and flies. So I feel like you've been in that sort of catalytic energy in your career. We've also got progress. You are making progress. It may feel slow, but things are about to take a major turn. It says slow but steady growth, taking steps. A lot of your cards are about taking steps. I feel like it did say that you're like compartmentalizing the moves that you're making in your career. Persist long-term, going swimmingly and in the flow. And finally, we've got spotlight. Okay, now this card, it is a card of riches and fame, but it says here, lucky break. So again, it connects to that Wheel of Fortune energy. Lucky break, star power, influencer, entertainer. So if you are someone who's already in the public eye, there's a lucrative deal coming in for you. This is your time to shine. If you want to be seen or an influencer or on some sort of social media platform yourself, I definitely see that you will utilize your voice. You have something to say, and you have something really interesting to say as well. Your third house is going to help you communicate what it is that you need to people who are listening, but I feel an increase is happening there. And on a more sort of localized scale, I feel like you are being noticed at your working environment. I feel like the spotlight is on you for a new opportunity. Hope is returning. There is a brighter future for you to look forward to here. And I feel there's a lot of clarity happening. You're making some changes that are going to benefit you long term. And change can feel very uncomfortable at first, but you're going to move through that and you're going to come out on top. Okay, so I'm just going to go and get a trinket or a rune before we close. So we have the butterfly. Okay, so this is your time to spread your wings. I hope you can see that there, my beautiful Leo. And I feel change is going to be a good thing for you. And we've also, oh wow, we've also got the birch rune, which is all about becoming, you know, the butterfly that you've always been meant to be, you know, the lion that you've always meant to be. Now also this rune connects to rebirth or birthing of ideas. For some of you, it could be that you're trying to manage being a parent and, you know, working environments as well. So some of you, you know, you may suddenly decide to re-enter the working sector after a period of pause. It could be that you want to get back into the working environment after maternity leave or paternity leave. For some of you, it could be that you're thinking about moving away from the working sector and thinking about retiring at this stage. You feel you're looking at the environment and feeling it's time, and you're making a decision that you will celebrate and really enjoy as you move past that end date. It may shock a lot of people. They may feel that perhaps they thought you would stay a little bit longer, but actually I feel like when you're done and you're not looking back. So I feel like you're going to really enjoy yourself and open yourself up to a lot of fun there. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you, my beautiful Leo. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Leo, and love and light.